Hey everyone. I hope everyone is having a great Tuesday so far. This is the second episode to help launch our 2022 Lionel catalog. And after an amazing show this past Friday, you get Meegan and Meghan. So we are so excited about this book that a lot of you guys have either maybe received or will be receiving soon. But we are very, very excited to be here. Are you excited, Meghan?
I am so excited, Meegan.
We get confused, obviously. I'm sure you guys have probably heard that before. We got two girls in production. The girls are taking over today, and we've got very similar names, so we get confused. We usually just answer for each other, I think, half the time.
Yeah, I think we need our own intro video. I'm going to have to ask management if
I want a billboard,
right?
I think we need a billboard.
For sure.
Yes,
for sure.
Yes. So, no, but we are so very excited to be with everyone today to go over the second part of the catalog. You guys got to go over the printed version that you see right here that we talked about that most of you guys have either started getting at the local hobby stores, but we're getting ready to go over what we consider our traditional line of items. You'll notice that this is actually traditional is digital only this year, but we have a great place in the back that actually tells you exactly where to go. You're going to go to Lionel.com to review it. But also every product that is listed in the digital catalog is listed in the back of your printed catalog. So definitely if you see something on this show or if you want to go along with the back and here and start highlighting those items that you are interested in, you could still use that printed copy. But we have some really great things to show you today. I think a lot of projects both myself and Megan have been very passionate about. And you guys think we've been working on these items for, if not 9 months to almost a year. So it's kind of nice to see them come to life in the catalog.
Yes, it's very exciting. I mean, we're already working on stuff for the second half of the year and next year. So getting to review these items again is really exciting for us.
Yeah, so see them come to life. Just a big shout out to all of our production team here, as well as our office here. The catalog that you guys see is done by an amazing marketing team, as well as an amazing group of creative artists. So it's, we kind of get them started, but I do want to give a shout out to all those people because they are the ones that really help us bring it to life in the catalog world. So let's go ahead and dive in. You think?
All
right. Again, my name is Meegan. I am actually a project manager over traditional ready-to-run sets, rolling stock, track, and then LionChief Plus 2.0 locomotives. And then I'll let Megan kind of talk about what she's over.
So I am currently on accessories and HO product.
So again, we have lots of fun collaborating together because really our stuff we're going to show you today it goes hand in hand. A lot of the stuff that she designs is going to go back with the set, or I get inspiration from some of the things that Megan comes up with. So let's go ahead and dive into the traditional O-gauge world. Of course, you can see the visuals on the catalog. You're always going to have that nice area of the catalog. It's going to kind of break down what a traditional O-gauge is. Some of the two new features just kind of hit on that we hit on last year is our new LVC feature, Lionel voice control, and our VSR feature, which is the voice streaming option. So those are two very new features that we got to see in our 2021 sets. That is amazing. Lionel voice control is actually going to be on any of your Bluetooth locomotives that are out there, and you can find that feature on your Lionel LionChief app. Then we got the VSR, the voice streaming and control. That feature is on all the ready-to-run sets that were new in 2021. And so as you go through the catalog, you're going to see those little icons on the sets that include that. If you guys haven't got to try it out, it's really, really cool because you can actually record custom announcements on those sets. And as you start seeing more of those come out this year, more and more people have had really great things to say. So we'll talk about those as we go through the catalog, as well as some of the different other control operations that we've got. All right, let's dive in. All right. Of course, we're going to kind of go over, if you ever have questions about how the Lionel LionChief app works, we have really great sections throughout both the printed version as well as the digital catalog on how to operate this app. Again, we have really kind of started a brand new way of really running your train set and being able to update it with different features because it's Bluetooth. We can actually do that through the app. So don't forget, it is free on your smart devices for both Android as well as Apple products. But another item on here that I just always want to do a shout out to is our Lionel Universal Remote. It's just like what we say. It allows you to have one remote, because if you're like me, I have so many different TV operation things. We lose our controls all the time, or you don't want to have multiple controls for your Bluetooth equipped sets. This is actually a great option for you to be able to switch between up to 3 engines on your layout. So it's became quite a popular item. We see them, we sell out of them every year. But again, gives you just that kind of one-stop location. If you decide you don't want to use our LionChief app, this is a great option for our Bluetooth equipped locomotives. All right. Of course, we always give you kind of a kickstart between our different lines, but definitely check out the part that we actually talk about our LionChief Plus 2.0. LionChief Plus has been around since 2014, and we have definitely produced some really great workhorses in this line. And then, of course, a few years ago, we kind of upped the ante on this, giving it even more features, more power, more capabilities. So I'm really excited for you guys to see our offerings this year. But remember, if you ever have questions, just go ahead and go onto Lionel.com, or even looking through the catalogs. You will always see this breakdown to kind of give you a definition between each of the different lines, between LionChief, LionChief Plus, Legacy, and so on. All right, so to kick off our LionChief Plus 2.0 line, we are bringing back the Pacific. This actually was a really, really great item in our LionChief Plus line of locomotives. For this year, we are bringing, you see 4 of them here, but you'll see one down the road throughout the catalog. We got 4 new road names and color schemes. I love color, so obviously I went for some of the more kind of vibrant, kind of different road names. They're really, really add a pop of color to your layout, especially our diesel locomotives are so vibrant and color pretty. They just add so much to a layout, like why can't a steam? So I'm really excited about these offerings that we've got here. Again, what's great about this is you can actually run this via the universal remote, your app, or you can also run it in TMCC mode. So you've got a little switch at the bottom that allows you to switch that over, and you're able to run it in multiple ways, kind of bridging the gap between our TMCC world as well as our Bluetooth remote world. Again, 4 great options. You'll see a 5th as we get through the catalog, but I'm really anxious to see how you guys like these. Again, we had this in LionChief Plus. These locomotives, I remember, I was actually in marketing at the time, and I remember watching them test and how many cars these would pull, and it was pretty amazing. So again, LionChief Plus 2.0 has more power than those, so definitely look forward to seeing how these come out. On to another new item that we're going to hear. And most of the stuff we're going to show throughout this catalog, we've kind of broken out the catalog to show you really what's new. We still have so many other great options throughout the catalog, but we're really going to dive into some of those new pieces that we're excited to promote this year. But another new LionChief Plus 2.0 locomotive we've got this year is going to be your Jeep 20. Again, just 4 different road names that we have not done previously in the Jeep 20, but also giving you those vibrant paint schemes, giving you all the great power that a LionChief Plus 2.0 can offer. Again, just great detail, great look, great items to add to your diesel collection with our Jeep 20. All right, so one of my probably most exciting ones to offer in the LionChief Plus 2.0 world, because to be honest, I really didn't know much. Did you know much about a Doodlebug, Megan? It just I've never really seen it. I didn't know if it was a passenger car or if it was a motorized unit or what. But this is actually something we've never really, to my knowledge, have offered through Lionel. But with newly acquired tooling, we will be doing multiple road names and paint schemes in the Doodlebug. We're going to add different sounds. You're going to have some smoke option. But this car is definitely unique to our Lionel line, especially for LionChief Plus 2.0. But I think it's going to be a really fun option for any of the collections we've got out there. The other thing too is there's so many that I didn't realize how many people actually, or how many railroads had these cars and used them for short services or just little small passenger services. So again, we're offering some of your top names between the UP, Santa Fe, Pennsylvania, but you'll see a couple of probably my two favorite coming down later in the line throughout the catalog. Again, very fun one. Can't wait to see this one come to life since it is so new to line now, and just a unique piece to add to your layout.
Yeah, the Santa Fe and the Union Pacific's bright colors are really sharp on these.
Yeah, I love the whole I love the whole red and the kind of mimicking the Super Chief look on the. So yeah, I'm excited to see how these will come out. And then we got the Genesis. So last year was Amtrak's 50th anniversary, and they are still celebrating this year. So we had launched our first 4 Genesis locomotives in this last 2021 Volume 2 catalog. But now we've got the 4 additional paint schemes that honor the 50th anniversary. I have samples in here in the office of the one we promoted in the Volume 2 catalog. They're in production now. They run great. They smoke amazing. I'm really excited for you guys to see what we've done with the deco and just even teaming up with Amtrak to make sure all the little details are more specific between labels on the car to window blackout to details. It's been a really great partnership with the team at Amtrak to make sure we're trying to get this as correct as possible for a traditional item. And as you can see right there, we've got multiple different options. Personally, my favorite, I love this midnight blue. When Amtrak sent me the pictures of it being released, it's just a very, very pretty, striking engine. So I'm anxious to see how this comes out. But we are offering these 4 to help kind of honor the 50th anniversary. And, looking forward to seeing how they come out as we start getting into production. But again, the other 4 that were in C2, you'll see we're getting ready to show are going to be out very, very soon. And also to go back with we figured let's go ahead and offer a LionChief Plus 2.0 set. So this is an easy way for you just to get everything in one box. Some people don't want to have to go searching for the cars to go with it. What you can do is basically we're offering Amtrak 169 with 2 of the Amfleet cars and then a cab car at the end that will have the extra lighting and function. This again, this set with 2.0, just always as a reminder, this one does not come with track or remote, but works great with your universal remote or the LionChief app, or again, you can also operate it through your TMCC function on your cab. So again, just a great way to get, it's going to be a very, very big set. You can see those Amfleet cars are extremely long. So, but we didn't stop there. We also wanted to be able to give everyone that purchased their Amtrak Genesis from the Lionel Volume 2 catalog, we wanted to be able to give you guys some options as well. So we do have some Amfleet Coach 2-packs available in 3 of the different phases. So you're going to see phase 3, a phase 5, and then the phase 6. And then we also have a coach and cab 2-pack that you can have the option to keep that Amtrak for all those Amtrak fans out there to keep their consist growing. We haven't done the Amfleets by themselves in quite some time. Again, and these are very specific. We worked hand in hand with Amtrak to make sure, multiple back and forths with them to make sure that we're trying to get this as close as possible as to the prototypical drawings, to the point where even on the phase 5 cars you see here that we actually had where, we get the drawings that the group that actually, would have decaled the real life ones. That's what they went off. We tried to make sure everything was as close to scale as possible for a traditional item when it comes to art. So again, fun process. They're a great partner to work with, Amtrak, and there's lots of Amtrak stuff throughout this catalog.
Yeah, we do have some of the 50th anniversary Amtrak billboards that celebrate all the multiple years of advertising that they've done, which would be a really nice add-on for any of the Amtrak items that you see here.
Yeah. Those did come out great. Yeah. All right. On to another LionChief Plus 2.0 set. You guys are going to see this for the first time. We've got new S tooling that we acquired, and we are going to be offering this in our LionChief Plus 2.0 line. Definitely adding some more power. It's going to be our S2 turbine. You're going to see with with great, just basic rolling stock from the box car to a flat car with a removable girder bridge. That removable girder bridge also comes with the base and the screws to put it together, just in case you were wondering, as well as a hopper car, coal hopper, and then we've also got the caboose. The one thing in there that's mentioned in the catalog that is something that we'll look at is we're going to make sure this is as authentic as possible, and it'll have more of a turbine sound, not really that steam chuffing. So there's all stuff that will work in the process to make it as authentic as we can for a traditional item. Again, really excited to see how this is going to come out, since it is a newer item we haven't offered in the LionChief Plus 2.0 line. So we're taking that tooling we've received and making it our own, and adding more power or more functionality, and making it the best it can be. So really excited to see how this comes out. All right. All right, on to our LionChief. So everything we just got done reviewing was our LionChief Plus 2.0. Let's kind of take it back to where it started. This is these sets moving forward are all going to be the things that are great to get you started into the hobby, start developing that love, or great gifts for your kids, your grandkids. But some of our favorites are going to be seen, but we've also got some really new, fun, exciting pieces to show here. Thomas has been a part of our line for so long. We have our great classic sets, but we do have some new stuff we're offering here.
So what's really fun about the Thomas products is just the familiarity with Thomas and Friends with Children is off the charts. We try to make sure that our accessories are items that can easily be integrated into a Thomas and Friends set. So we did come out with the girder bridge this year. Again, easy installation, replaces one of your 10-inch pieces of thatch track. No wiring, no additional wiring needed to include, and it's got that brand new Christmas deco on it to go with the Christmas sets. Previously, we've done some accessories that were just regular Thomas themed, and we thought it would be fun to add something for Christmas this year.
Like I said, it's one of those things. I have 4 boys at home. All of them had their phase with Thomas and how much they loved him. And the other thing that some people don't even realize with our Thomas sets that are great to go back with that bridge she was just speaking about, they actually have authentic Thomas sounds. Some of the previous ones we had was supposed to be Sir Topham Hatt speaking. We actually have worked with Mattel, which is a great licensed partner of ours, and have added Thomas and Friends customized sounds to these sets, which just adds a little bit more fun to this line. So another great, every year we sell out of them. It's just a really great line for especially that little engineer in your family. All right. So the last couple of years we've had the Toy Story set. It's just a very fun set, but this year we're going to bring out a Woody walking brakeman. This is going to have Woody walk as the train or the car is on the track. It's going to pull from track power. You're going to have that Woody character walking back and forth on the top of the boxcar. Kind of reminds me actually the opening scene where he was actually flipping across the boxcar, but kind of taken from the scene from Toy Story 3 at the beginning when he's saving the train and all the people that it's getting basically robbed. This is kind of where that kind of inspiration came from. Again, Disney and Pixar have been partnered with Lionel for the last since 2015, and we've had so much fun coming up with some really great products that are really relevant to the younger kids as well as some of the adults, with them having over 25 years out since the first one came out. So again, just a fun item, and then you're gonna see some of the fan favorites that are still refeatured with the hand car that is super fun, as many of you guys have seen. And we've done that before a long time ago, and we brought it back 2 years ago. Still a very, very strong one for the Disney Pixar line. Moving on to more Pixar items, we've got a new aquarium car we're going to show with the Incredibles. So you're going to see 2 different things from the different one from Incredibles 1 and the other one from Incredibles 2. And then you're going to see the Incredible family chasing around in there with their special powers. As the train is on the track, that belt will go around. So it's a good classic aquarium car, one of our most popular animated items that we sell, and been in the line for a very, very long time. This is going to sure to be a fun one for any of those Pixar or Incredible fans. Probably my favorite product as we're developing right now is going to be any of you guys that have watched the Monsters movies, about the scare tank. So the scare tank's introduced. That's how they provide energy to the monster world by scaring the other dimension. They go and scare the kids. This is going to mimic that. So on one side of the tank car, so you can see it really, the tank car lends itself really nicely to that scare tank car. But what it's going to do, we are working on it right now, is you're going to have a line of red LEDs. And what they will actually do is there's going to be a microphone. So as you are talking around it or hears train sounds, that red line will mimic as though it's filling up with screams, or as you know, by the end of the Monsters movie, it's laughter and joy. And so we're actually working on that right now. So definitely taken up. I've never personally put lights in a tank car. So again, it'd be kind of fun to see how this comes up, but then also adding the whole other dynamic of the noise factor. Again, we'll try to like mimic like the code on that, so you don't have people just kind of going up to the car and screaming all the time. But we'll have some fun with it. And I can't wait to show how that one progresses as we're developing it on Facebook or any of our different shows.
Yeah, I can't wait to test that one. That'll be fun in the office to yell at.
People are going to be wondering what we're doing. How loud can we get to go? No.
Yeah.
All right, John Deere. John Deere has actually been a very, I don't know if any of you guys had seen, if you guys go to York or any of the train shows, or even some of the different things we've had out there. Our John Deere set, we've had a couple out in the past. This last year set, I just thought in person is super vibrant. It's got those classic, John Deere green and gold. You can spot it from forever away. And then all those people there's so many people out there that love John Deere. So again, we have the set. It is currently in stock. And it was shipped out right at the end of the year. But we have, of course, a couple new pieces of rolling stock that can help finish out your John Deere themed consist, or you can change out in the sets that you've had. We have a John Deere vintage reefer. A lot of you guys may not realize we partner with John Deere, and these are actual ads from different tractor supply stores or John Deere ads that were brought out throughout, like, actually some of them were from the 50s, actually to all the way to like some were the 70s. So it's really kind of fun because we either work with them and try to figure out how to kind of put these really great like iconic ads on these billboards, and it kind of just brings back kind of that old farm kind of store. I grew up around John Deere country. I grew up in Southeast Kansas. We had multiple John Deere dealerships in a town of like 18,000. So this was something that I remember seeing lots of John Deere tractors around growing up. And then, of course, we're offering a caboose. That's great for if you already have your favorite locomotive running all your John Deere themed items, and you just need that finishing piece because you've got reefers, you've got tank cars, you got flat cars with tractors. This is just a great way to kind of end that set if you never bought the full set, but you kind of created your own. So. And of course, don't forget, Megan, that accessory is like one of my faves.
Yeah, the service garage is in the last catalog. It's actually shipping now to dealers. So if you did a pre-order on those, you should see them really soon here. It's really cool that they also have the same load that the set featured as well.
Yeah, those did look really good.
Yeah.
All right, so on to Halloween.
Favorite stuff.
This is your
here.
favorite. This is your favorite. I'm just going to just chime in that, hey, we've still got more of the Halloween set in. Overall, many of you guys have seen it in person. It is an awesome set with so many little places with detail, but we've got a couple pieces of rolling stock to go back with it, including a monster chasing gondola with Dracula and Mummy chasing around. That's perfect to go back to that set. But also, if you just are a Halloween fan, we are offering a really awesome graphic caboose. But one of the cool things that we're working on for this caboose is there'll be a multicolored changing LED inside of it. So my goal is to have it go from orange to green to purple. So again, just to give a little extra pizzazz, and it doesn't even have to go back with this particular set, because when we look at our Halloween items, we try to design for years of Halloween items. So if you have something from early 2000s or even something from 2012, we're trying to make sure that they can all go together. But I'm really excited about what Megan's getting ready to talk to you about.
I think I say this all the time, but What's really great about Halloween for those guys that have those Christmas layouts that want to get things out sooner because they're just so excited to get their layouts out, Halloween is a good excuse to do that. And we have just year over year over year come up with just some really great accessories and rolling stock that's really started to build out this Halloween world. I was really excited to do the Grimm's Repo Depot transfer station. It's got some animation in there with the operating dock workers going back and forth. I mean, there's tentacles in the second story window. How cool is that? We also have the Halloween billboard sets. You get three billboards with two decorations on each side, so you can choose which one you want in the front and the back of the billboard. We did the Boneyard Soda covered bridge last catalog that had the LED lighting, and we brought that really cool graphic back to kind of tie into that. And just really fun, punny type billboards that are going to add to the Halloween experience.
Yeah, that repo building's like what I love the second story with the tentacles when you said that. Like when when you're showing us the art, I thought that was so clever.
Again, shout out to our amazing creative team because we ask them and give them guidelines of what we're looking for, and then they just blow it out of the water every time. It's so exciting to see what they come up with.
Yeah, very cool. On to some more Halloween stuff. One of the new items that we kind of talked about just a little bit ago, we do have an LC 2.0 Doodlebug. So the Doodlebug, with it kind of having that passenger car feel, it also has really great space for decoration. So again, just a really fun new piece to add to your Halloween themed layout. I'm really excited to see how this comes out, especially with some of the deco capabilities that we have. So this should be a really, really great item. But then we also have a Ghoul searchlight car. So we haven't done a searchlight in our Halloween theme for quite some time. So this was definitely something that would be fun to go back with the set, or just again on its own, just to add a little Halloween to your layout. And then we also have it's a mint car. It's going to have an insert inside, as well as it's going to have illumination. So I don't know if any of you guys that had seen the Star Trek set where we did a lenticular insert. So lenticular is whenever you see one view at one point, and when you turn it, it turns into something different. So we're taking the inspiration from the holodeck car from the Star Trek set from last year, and taking an insert that looks like a creepy graveyard. But as the train starts going, because of the lights, it will kind of pop up the ghost through the lenticular motion. So as it's going a corner, you'll see that. So again, something we're going to have a lot of fun developing. The one thing I love about being in production here is we put stuff in the catalog, and then we get it and we make it the best we can possibly make it. A lot of our products evolve even more after we've cataloged it, because we start coming up with better ways to make it happen. And so I'm anxious to see how this one, it's just a new take on something that we haven't really done, that we're excited to see how it's going to come out.
Yeah, everything in the Halloween this year, the line just looks amazing. So I'm excited to see them in person.
Yeah, we do get really excited though. We do the Halloween show. Yeah. That's where most of you guys may have seen us before, is we always do like a kind of a Halloween extravaganza. Sometimes we do Christmas. So, but yeah, Halloween we both do really, really like. Not, I don't like as much as Megan, but because Megan is our, I like to go Scream Queen.
Yes, I have many products throughout many catalogs already planned. The list is very long, so expect to see more. As long as you guys, keep enjoying it, we'll keep making it.
Yep, very cool. All right, so the kind of our space launch set that was actually just delivered after the first of the year has been started to ship out to our dealers. If you did pre-order it, you should be receiving it soon. We still have some in stock, so if you like some of the stuff you're getting ready to see, because there's some really cool stuff, you may want to go and buy the set too, pick it up. But I'm going to let Megan talk about what's so cool on this spread.
So what's really cool this year is that we're bringing back the rocket launch pad, new, improved, bigger, and better than it's ever been. It's been quite some time since we've done a legacy command control accessory. So to have this added back into the line with command control features, able to run with the new Cab 3, going to be really exciting. It's got the sound effects in it. It's going to have a launch sequence. I'm really excited to start recording the launch sequence for that with some voices here in the office. We've got LED lighting, we've got smoke. The rocket itself actually launches into the air, so very exciting. It's also going to have the crane itself is going to be motorized gantry crane. So again, very excited to bring this back. And as we work and develop and start seeing samples of it, I'll be sure to come back and show you guys how it's coming along. The engineering team has been working hard on this. So it's going to be really exciting. The rocket ship lends itself to the performance drive here in Concord, North Carolina, where our headquarters are. Got some really cool graphics, some SpaceX-y type NASA graphics. So bringing this into the modern age of space travel.
It's a very cool one. That's the first one my kids like gravitate toward.
Oh yeah, the fact that it's going to have the smoke and the lighting features, again with the motorized crane and everything, I can't wait to see this one, and I think it's going to again be one of the coolest accessories that we've done in a long time. And again, the fact that we're doing a command control accessory after a brief hiatus of doing those, to bring these back in a bigger and better way is super exciting.
Yeah. And the one thing to kind of go back to this, always remember, we try to do as much as possible as we're going through if we can, if it's, depending on if we have restrictions, but we do try to document a lot of this stuff. So definitely keep up with Facebook, because we do try to put some of this stuff on there so you can kind of see how, maybe it's early pre-production sample. I mean, we get excited about it, and we want you guys to really, especially when you see it in the catalog, it really doesn't always come to life. So we want to make sure, but definitely keep an eye out for some of these projects that have animation, stuff like that, sounds, because we will definitely do our best to try to get that.
Yeah, someone mentioned having it on demos with Dave, and I guarantee you when we have samples available, that will be on there.
Yes.
He'll definitely have to demonstrate all the new features, though. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's going to be a great one.
Yeah.
All right. On to one of our new, what we call kind of LionChief, we call it 5.0. It's kind of the next version of the Bluetooth module that we've got. Is going to be our Anheuser-Busch set. A few years back, we did a very classic Clydesdale theme set. And actually one of my first projects with Anheuser-Busch. Absolutely loved the set. And then we did a really great 2 years ago, kind of a delivery set, kind of more modern. This is going to just be kind of a classic take on Anheuser-Busch. It goes great with all the reefers that we have already brought out over the years, as well as some of our classic like refrigerator car, that kind of thing for Anheuser-Busch. This will be equipped with our Lionel voice control function, as well as our voice streaming and recording. So definitely going to be just a good classic. I do know Anheuser-Busch is extremely excited about the set because it really does pay attention to the classic AB brand. And that's one thing that when we've partnered with them, it was really about doing stuff that was part of their archive and that is part of their actual, because they did have so many train cars out that kind of traveled throughout the country when they were first developed. So like I said, they actually have some of those train cars still in St. Louis and throughout a few other places that you can actually see. So again, just a good classic Anheuser-Busch or Anheuser-Busch theme set. Then of course we got two new reefers. Really excited about both of these because they're very different than what you've seen. I'm loving the this Clydesdale one with the blues because that doesn't look like anything else we've offered in our Anheuser-Busch reefers. But this is a classic. It was a vintage ad for Anheuser-Busch, and we've been able to kind of adapt it to go into a reefer kind of side. The reefers actually give a great classic kind of billboard and look great with the vintage items. And then one of the things that I actually grew up, because it started actually in, I think, 1980, 1981, was the Anheuser-Busch Steins. Something that my dad and my grandfather, they collected. I mean, they have huge cases full of them. So they actually were able to release to us the Stein art for this last 2021, because they can't give us the year ahead of time to do the catalog. But we took those elements of the plaid and a holiday tradition and made a really good classic kind of holiday themed Anheuser-Busch reefer. So again, really excited to see if any of you guys have seen our reefers. The way that the decals are put on these, they look great. The color is sharp. It's just a really, really awesome piece to add to your layout, or if you just collect Anheuser-Busch items. And then another new item is the Anheuser or the Budweiser can like unibody tank car. What I love about the unibody tank car is we can actually deco all the way around. So it gives you a nice seamless visual. But this one was really inspired by the can. And at the end, we did put like a little like pop tap kind of deco that will be on one end to give it even more. Again, AB is extremely excited about this item. Again, it's a really nice, larger tank car that looks great on any of your consists. And I can't wait for you guys to see it.
Yeah, that's really cool, Megan. That's something we have not done before. We also have the Budweiser Brewery. Speaking of something we haven't done before, we took inspiration from their St. Louis brewery with the iconic Budweiser sign that'll be lit up. It's in the color scheme of the St. Louis brewery. So very excited to be offering a brewery-inspired building to add to your layout. Again, I'm really excited about this one with, again, the coloring is directly based off of their brewery. So
yeah. This one, actually, I love this one. I saw when you were working on the art for this one. Probably because we used to, my family and I, where we grew up, we could go to St. Louis so easily that's something we did almost every holiday to actually go see the Clydesdales. So again, seeing that like authentic Budweiser sign really brings like back some different memories from my childhood.
Yeah, and we took the green coloring directly off their windows there. You know, it was really interesting to me to see the kind of old school coloring on the building that they've left there. And I wanted to make sure that this was as close a match as we possibly could.
Yeah. Another great license partner that we've been connected to. They really are, they've got some really great, and they're very behind a lot of the stuff that we do. So really awesome items for AB this year.
For sure.
All right. To go into another, this is another item. This is going to be a LionChief, kind of what we call like a deluxe set. A few years back, we did the Promontory Summit set, which included 2 generals. Well, next year is the anniversary, 120 years of the Great Locomotive Chase. So right here we've got 2 locomotives. What's great is I was able to work with an outside Lionel fan and someone that knows everything about generals. And he was a great help in trying to find those authentic colors before they were restored from 1862. So this is going to be 2 LionChief equipped locomotives with the Bluetooth 5.0. So you do have the VSR function on both. And then you'll get a universal remote. The universal remote will be in that kind of Russian blue color, where normally our remotes are going to be orange, but this is kind of a custom universal remote. But this is just like our generals are such neat engines when you see them. They're so intricate, and the colors. And even though this is actually probably one of the more simple, there's a lot of colors involved, it's more simple. I do think when we see this come together, it is going to be an awesome collective item for any of those fans that are fans of the 440 or that kind of authentic general from the 1800s. And then to go back to that, we're going to have a Western and Atlantic Freight 3-pack. This is actually newly acquired tooling. So again, we kept very simple deco, simple colors that was more prototypical to that era. So again, excited to see how this comes. Again, this one particularly does not have, again, the 2 engines do not have rolling stock or track, but you will get that universal remote to operate.
Very cool, Meegan.
All right. Then we also have our Lionel Lines mixed freight. This particular set will come with your 40x60 loop and fast track, but you will need to either use a universal remote or your free Lionel LionChief app to operate. This is just kind of a great basic set, kind of putting it out there because we're noticing so many people are downloading our apps or using the universal remote. That this is a great set that this will go back with. Just again, classic colors, Lionel lines, Timken, kind of taking just a good classic for truly, I would say your starter set. The other thing that is great about this will be equipped with all the good stuff, the Lionel voice control, the LVC. So again, just a great overall starting set.
Yeah, it looks really great, Meegan. And just to with all the accessories here, all of those are just some great active items that we always have in the line that go perfectly with some of the mixed freight type locomotive sets.
Yeah, it's just a good, good starter.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Another new 5.0 or LionChief 5.0 set that we've got out this year is a modern take, but it's going to have the graffiti. I know you guys saw quite a bit of graffiti in last Friday in the scale line. But we have never really done much graffiti other than, I think, did we do a few things in your accessories in the past, Megan? Did we?
I haven't added graffiti to much yet, but I plan on it. It's awesome looking.
Yeah. What's really cool about this was developed by our creative team here. And what I love about this is every side is different. So when you see one side, that's not what you're necessarily getting on the other side. Of course, we go through there and edit it and make sure that nothing's, offensive or anything like that. But it's just kind of fun to see how it all comes to life. And what we've done is we've taken the Dash 8, which is newly acquired tooling. This will be the first time we were doing the Dash 8 in our traditional line. So it's gonna be very similar to what our ET44 that's been out. But I'm really excited to see how this is going to give a modern take with that unibody tank car, the high cube box car, and then of course the maxi stack. But one of the things this summer was really interesting. I was back in Kansas City and we got stuck we got stuck by train, and that's what we saw go through. And I was like, we had just started work on the art for this set. And I'm like, this is very relevant to what my 4 boys in the back of the van were like, look at that art. They thought it was really, really cool. So again, I think it's just a cool, creative, modern take on our train set. And again, this has got everything you need to get started in this set. We've also are offering an additional high cube box car. Again, simple when it comes to overall base deco, but then once you get to the graffiti, that's when we really take it up a notch on the creativity and the colors. So again, I'm really excited to see how this comes out. All right, on to another really exciting one for me. Over the past couple of years, I like lights. I like to add some motion. So lights have been probably my favorite, especially with the lighted track that came out a couple of years ago, and then the Christmas Light Express, where you got music synced to lights. So I didn't want to hold back on this set at all. This is an emergency response set. What we've got is a powerful Jeep 38 with the great emergency colors, with that red, the black, the white, with a touch of that yellow. Then we have a ladder car to kind of help represent those firefighters out there. Then we have an EMT car, an emergency. We have not done this particular command unit for a long time. Right now we're working in putting LEDs that do the emergency lighting. And then the inside will actually play emergency sounds. So we have not done this car in a very long time. So I'm anxious to get this one back in the line. And then of course we have it ending with a searchlight police car. So again, just kind of an overall great emergency response. We did an authentic, more Norfolk Southern one a few years back. That was a lot of fun to work on. And I'm excited to see how this one comes out. Again, there's so many different things out there in the toy market that go back with this. So I have 4 boys and they have those light characters and they have the little trucks and stuff like that. So this is just a great fun piece for not just for a home playroom, but also for a great layout that's set up.
Yeah, we've got so many amazing things coming back with the emergency response for first responders. We have the fire station here. It's got sounds and it's got motion. You'll see the little detailing on the side with the firefighter coming down the pole. We also have the firefighter tank car accident training. What's really exciting about this is we're using this tooling in a new way. We're updating the figures on there. And what's cool about those figures is that they were actually modeled by our local fire department, the Harrisburg Fire Department here. Dunn County is in a direct reference to the chief of the Harrisburg Fire Department. We're also adding a new feature onto this tank car, and that's going to have the smoldering lights at the base of the tank there, kind of simulating that they've just put out the fire on the tank car. Really exciting new feature on this one. Going to be a great addition to any type of first responder situation going on in your layout.
Yep. And don't forget, the one thing I always like to throw out there too is we do carry and we'll go over a little bit in a few minutes. I'll probably just go over the new ones, but we also do our personalized first responders cars. So if you ever want to get that truly custom product, we do carry multiple first responders themed personalized box cards where you can put a picture of that first responder that you know and want to celebrate, as well as a very special message. So something a lot of people don't always get to see it, but you'll see it in the catalog. And I just wanted to bring that up because our personalized business has been awesome, and people are loving that you can really get something truly one of a kind.
And Meegan, just real quick, I also wanted to mention that the figures on the fire accident training are also going to be available as separate sale. I know you mentioned some of the items that kids can already put on their layout that they've already got existing. But we also have the figures separate sale, and we did do the release of the fire trucks that go back with this as well from our last catalog. So lots of different things available to add to the set.
Awesome. Yeah, this is a great line. This is going to be a really fun one. All right, and we're still going to bring back some of our classics, including the Santa Fe Super Chief. You'll see this year we've added 2 additional cars to keep that set growing, because that is a very powerful FT locomotive with dual motors. So we have a new baggage car, as well as another Vista Dome that you can add to your current collection. Again, great special silver finish. This particular set is equipped with you can definitely use our Lionel voice control function on there. Again, just a great classic passenger set that, just keeps on going strong. And then, of course, in our Lionel 2021 Lionel Volume 2 catalog, we had the Army freight set that is actually getting ready. It's actually in production now. We should hopefully see it shortly in the second quarter. But overall, excited to see how that comes out. But we do have some other cars that kind of were inspired by this set and trying to hit the different branches. And we'll if this does well, we'll definitely keep working on other branches that weren't brought out in this one. But we do have the Navy. We have the Navy sub flat car. We have the Army missile car was in C2. We've got the Marine missile launcher. We also have the Air Force Minuteman car. There is one little discrepancy on a feature there. I'm just going to call out. This actually it will not be manual launching. It will be, it'll actually launch the missile. The missiles will need to be launched with an extra piece of track, which is listed there, but it also says manual launching. We'll get that corrected soon on the digital version. But this will have the rocket that's in there that will launch. And then we also have the Army big cannon car, which we have not done for a very long time. So, trying to use like authentic colors for the different areas. And I'm anxious to see how these do. All right, on to separate cell LionChief locomotives. This is something we didn't offer for a very long time, but over the last few years, we started offering really great options for just a LionChief. If you're not quite ready for the LionChief 2.0, because you're really going to run it more on the LionChief Bluetooth side, these are great options. Another thing that I love about our LionChief separate cell locomotives is they are equipped with our Lionel LionChief Bluetooth 5.0 boards, which allow you to do both Lionel voice control as well as voice streaming and recording. So something we have not done I don't even know the last time, actually, I've got it written down somewhere we've done, is the 44 tonners. So we have 5 really great road names here, including Ford. We've got a United States Marines. We also got an Amtrak. This would be a really fun one to bring back the line, because we had them in some of our post-war sets and some of our sets from a very long time ago, but we haven't done these in years. So they're going to be a great addition to your layout. Then also we talked about the Dash 8. That was part of the Graffiti set. We will be offering 4 road names in the Dash 8. Again, newly acquired tooling that we're going to kind of ramp up with our Lionel technology, and they're going to be bigger and better than ever. And can't wait to see how these come out with our LionChief technology. All right, on to a couple new motorized items. We have our basic, First Avenue Rapid Transit trolley, just kind of a good generic trolley. And then we also have, if you're feeling groovy, we've got the Trippy trolley. You can call it whatever you want, but I call it Trippy trolley. Again, taking a kind of psychedelic look, really bright color schemes. Definitely something that is going to add a pop of color to your layout. But what we're working on right now is we are going to have a multicolored LED inside, because I already said I love lighting, lots and lots of lighting, like shiny objects, love it. So lots of lighting on the inside that will be multi-changing. And then we're going to be working on getting that glow to go down to the track. So the colors that change there will change below because there's a party happening in this trolley. And I think it's just going to be a fun piece to add. Everyone loves a good trolley. It's one of our classic items, been in the line for decades and decades and decades. I mean, since the early 1900s. So we're going to keep on going with those awesome trolleys.
That is really funky, Meegan.
I can't wait to see it. And I can't wait to show it on Facebook or on one of our other shows as we start getting deco samples. I really think that they're like, oh my gosh, what are you doing to me? Look at all that color.
This is seriously one of the most colorful items that we've had in a long time. I imagine people putting it on like their trolley announcement track, and every time it goes over, saying like, "Oh, it's groovy and fun." I can't wait to see videos of people playing with this one.
Oh yeah, and I mean, I thought everything from Austin Powers to the Beatles to, I mean, it's so much fun. Yeah, this is going to be, and you know how picky I am on colors, so this is going to be definitely an interesting project.
Yeah, very fun.
All right, on to the next. Of course, we've got going over some of our great rolling stock. We have lots of different collections that we're getting ready to go over. Angela Trotta-Thomas, many of you guys out there know and love her. We started last year during the Lionel 2021 big book, so we call it. We started the Iconic Railroad series with a different car, and we also offered one in C2. But now we got 2 new cars. What is so special about this is I work with Angela. I give her a template and she designs off of that template. So we've got a Blue Comet and a New York Central. Again, just a good classic. The colors are stunning in this one. And, you know, I can't wait to see how they come along because I don't know if you guys have purchased any of the other ones or received the Hudson or the Santa Fe, but the colors are absolutely the way the decals get on there, they're great. They're seamless. So I'm really excited. And I just see a whole bunch of people. We're going to have a Ford and Chevy battle here pretty quick. I'm seeing at the bottom of our screen right now. I grew up in Ford country. So, but I like either. I mean, I have to do both. So we do have a couple of new Ford and Chevy items in mind, as well as you'll see some possibly we've had some previous ones done by Meghan, some great accessories and stuff. But you're going to see a flat car with the genuine Ford Auto Parts kind of older logo. And then we're going to be kind of paying tribute to the Ford Mustang with this one. Then we've also got the Chevrolet. We've got the same flat car with the piggybacks. And then we're going to be honoring the Chevy Camaro. So kind of hitting those sweet spots. But really, instead of showing like some of the newer ones, which are great, I think whenever you start looking at some of these vintage ads that we get from our licensed partners, you know, the earlier original versions of these is what really kind of fun. So those cars are pulled from old ads from, you know, late 60s. So that's, again, just a really cool kind of, you have to dig a lot, but a really great fun item to include on one of our box cars. All right, and we got a few more Molson Coors. We got a few new. We got a Miller and a new Coors Reefer to go back with your collection that's been out for quite some time. We get a lot of people that collect every single one, and they don't really run it on their layout, but they put it in their office and stuff. But this is a really fun line we take from vintage ads as much like we do on the other reefers. So we got 2 new ones available there, and then also we are adding 3 more lovely ladies to our Wings of Angels. So this is actually a photographer named Michael Malik that does kind of specializes in the pinup look. Takes, you know, models from today and then goes to the different airfields and takes photos with these particular models in an old kind of 50s, 60s pinup look. So we have 2 new ones. One's actually a refeature, new pictures, but she was featured the first round. Her name is Miss Lisa. But you're going to see 3 new ones there. Those are actually going to be printed and assembled here in North Carolina. So the graphics are great with our printing that we use. So definitely, if you started collecting that series, that if you've already started collecting the Wings of Angel series, this is definitely something you're going to want to look at picking up. And they'll all have the roof printing on there too, which makes them super special as well. All right, we've got a couple of cars that are going to have some special effects with lighting. Imagine that, right? Because I love lighting. We've got a kind of American flag boxcar here that we're going to have, where the stars are going to have kind of the illumination. It's not going to be poking out of each star. It's actually going to kind of be behind the flag, and it's going to have a kind of that white gradient to kind of give that flow. So again, as we start developing this, things may update. We'll make it bigger and better than ever. But this is where my car envisioning is going to go. And then we also have a 4th of July. 4th of July will have one side that will have fireworks, kind of with that same effect, but we have added a sound option where it's going to play patriotic music and firework sounds. Again, just a great kind of added to your layout, but also just, giving some really great American, proud to be an American feeling here. So can't wait for those. We're got 2 new battlefield honor. We're doing World War II generals, and then we're doing the World War II aircraft carriers. And many of you guys out there have collected the ones we've done over the years. We're kind of went away from World War II for a little bit, and then we were finally able to get access to some new content for that. And I think these are going to be great. Again, these are printed and assembled here in North Carolina. So they're going to go back with all the ones that you guys have already previously collected. All right, we got 3 more presidents that we're going to be offering that you'll see in the catalog. We got Rutherford B. Hayes, Grover Cleveland, and Gerald Ford. We're getting close to running out of some of our presidents, but we've still got a few more. So again, it's something that a lot of people call us all the time. I know we hear in the call center people looking for certain ones that we've already done, but these are going to be your next 3 that will be part of the presidential series of boxcars. And then we also started a few years back the Railroad History collection. This is actually, I'm learning more and more every day. We've got great mentors here in some of our creative team, as well as Ryan is knows so much about railroad history that, I'm starting to learn even more just by working with him. But we got a couple of really great ones we offered in our Volume 2 catalog, which was Union Pacific's anniversary, as well as the Great Locomotive Chase. But we also have the 75th anniversary of the General Motors Train of Tomorrow. 75 years ago in 2022 was when they went on their excursion that started going around. So we worked with GM. We got old images of it. We got the pamphlets that everyone got when they got on the train. And so we're kind of, paying tribute to that particular train on that. Also, we're doing the Rockville Bridge, doing the anniversary for 120 years since the Rockville Bridge was completed. So worked with the Railroad Museum of Pennsylvania to get some of their photographs and archive photos to include on this boxcar to kind of pay tribute to that bridge. So again, just fun pieces of railroad history you can put on your layout. And of course, I mentioned this a little bit ago. Don't forget, we always have where if you want a truly custom item or gift for someone that you are thinking about, or a loved one or family member, don't forget about our personalization. You can actually create a truly one-of-a-kind boxcar by going to our lionelstore.com. We always bring out a new birthday, a new Christmas, and a new anniversary one every year, because what we're seeing is a lot of people buy one every single year. So people are starting to get these really nice consists with their anniversary or birthday or Christmas photos. So we'll have new ones out this year, but then we got a great line of other ones out there that can help you celebrate that person, whether it's a new birth or we've also got some that are not shown here that if you are thinking of someone or, in kind of memoriam, we also have that too. So we got some really great ways to, tell a friend or family member that you love them or are thinking of them or celebrating them. So we got some really cool stuff here. All right, on to Christmas. You're going to see, of course, the Polar Express, which is always going strong, is still, we have now an offering in both a freight set as well as our classic passenger set. But this year we are bringing a trolley to the line. Again, every good thing that you love from our trolleys will be in here with beautiful deco. We did a trolley with a track set a few years back, but this is truly just the trolley. So a great addition to add to your Polar Express themed layout.
Also doing the industrial tower In the hot chocolate theme, we've added a hot chocolate to most of the sets and accessories to go back with the movie. It's got the blinking light on top and is plug, expand, play.
Yeah, that'd be a great one.
Yeah.
I love how easy that is to put onto a layout. And then, of course, we got some Polar Express freight cars. As when you go through the catalog, we've got a great aquarium car. What I love about it is you got two different scenes. You got a North Pole scene as well as kind of the wood scene. But what I love about our aquarium cars is we can really make them look more 3D by putting graphics on the glass area, and then it looks like the train is kind of moving through the forest. But that's always a great addition. We also have a lighted boxcar. This will actually have the Polar Express Christmas tree. Will have that illuminating effect that we kind of talked about in the America and 4th of July car. So this is going to just be a great little addition to your Polar Express consist. Goes back with our Polar Express sets, or great with any of your locomotives that you've got running these themed. And then, of course, we got a caboose to end out. If you are trying to been kind of collecting cars over the years, this caboose is a great way to end your very own Polar Express themed set.
Great graphics on all of those, Meegan.
Yeah, they're great. And then some of the ones that are on here are extremely popular over the last couple of years. Again, had been fan favorites, so we recataloged them, and we can't wait to see if you guys keep on getting them. All right. On to, did I skip the page? No. On to Disney. This set has been out for a couple of years, but we do have a couple of cars that are going to go back with it. We have a Mickey and Friends Christmas illuminated caboose with amazing graphics, really nice shiny silver texture kind of look to it. And we also have a Mickey Searchlight car. Again, great to go back with your Mickey and Friends Christmas set, or if you just are a fan of Mickey and Minnie, these are the great ways to add some Christmas and Disney cheer to your holiday layout. New for the Christmas setup, we have got a new Christmas Express, or what I like to call, I kind of call it the Christmas celebration. It was kind of inspired off of like the hometown parades where Santa is in the, in the fire truck kind of waving at the end, or at least my hometown had that. So I kind of think of that car kind of makes me, that maintenance car kind of makes me think of that. But just a good classic. It's going to be a 242 steam locomotive, different colors than some of our other train sets that we have there Christmas that are currently out in the market. But just a good overall Christmas set. We'll definitely put some custom Christmas sounds in there and announcements. But of course, this will be equipped with our Bluetooth 5.0, giving you that VSR function as well as the LVC. And then we also have an aquarium car that is a parade scene. That will go back perfect with this, or with many of our other additional Christmas sets that we have out there. So each side will show the band and the floats and stuff making its way around, and then the crowds and stuff in the background. So really a great car. And then, of course, the Chasing Gondola. These figures we've had in the line for years and have not used them for a very long time, but we have reindeer and Santa making its way around the gondola. And what's great about this car is it's not motorized, so it's actually gear driven. And so you just have to put it on the track, and as long as it's moving, you'll start seeing those characters moving around. And then just to kind of a few assorted pieces, like I said, I love the Doodlebug. The Doodlebug is also going to be available in the North Pole Central line. It's going to have some just really great deco, a fun item to add to your Christmas layout. And then the Pacific. We have done a Pacific quite a few years back, took a totally different kind of color scheme, kind of changed it up. But again, it's another great Christmas workhorse for your Christmas inspired layout. And then going on to some more Angela Trotta items. We also have where she worked with me on an aquarium car. So in this aquarium car, it's going to look like these kids, or the kids are looking out the window, and you can see like a snow scene on the inside as a Angela Trotta train goes around the car. What's really fun is we piece different pieces Angela has created for us in the past, from the LionChief Plus Hudson she did a few years ago, and some of her pieces are rolling stock. So that train is truly all of her art. So again, fun collaboration with her. I can't wait to see how this comes to life. I love the deep reds, the blues, and all of her line kind of provides, and it all kind of is cohesive. Oh,
taking that art that Angela has been doing for us year over year with the Christmas billboards, two different pieces of her art on each side of the billboards there. And this is stuff that she does custom for us, that we really get to celebrate her beautiful artwork on the billboards to place around your layout. We had done a pack of these, I want to say back in 2015 or 2014. So again, bringing this second set with art that she had done that's newer to us. Really nice to do. And just a quick mention here, the Christmas Time Hobby Store was another one of those ones that she did with that really creative billboard on the side of the building. Those are shipping now, and you should start seeing them in dealers soon.
Yeah, that one looks amazing in person. It's so cool.
A lot of action on your layout with the figures looking into the window. It creates a really iconic Christmas scene that I think everybody resonates with.
Yep, definitely. It's a really cool accessory. Mm-hmm. All right, and some more Christmas items that you'll see throughout. We have an illuminated boxcar, kind of that same thing I was talking about with Polar Express. On the one side with the multiple trees, it'll actually have multicolored illumination back there to give a little bit of kind of just pizzazz and look to it. We also are going to be offering a North Pole Central illuminated hopper. I don't know if any of you guys had bought we had a dilithium crystal Star Trek hopper that has like, no joke, like 30 LEDs in it. And this is what this is going to do. It is going to be a red tinted like load, and then it's going to have the LEDs in it, and it's going to have that kind of twinkling effect. So if you want to add a punch of color to your layout and some illumination, this is definitely a great way to do it. So I'm excited to see how that comes out. And then you can never go wrong with our each and every year we're always going to have our Christmas boxcar. So this is going to be our Christmas 2022 boxcar. It's also something you're going to see also in our American Flyer line. And then we also have our Season's Greetings, our Music Car 22 that will be out, which will play instrumental music for the holiday season. And then one I'm going to give a shout out because it's actually one of my favorite projects for this last year. I think we all saw it come to life in a really great way, was this tree flat car. So if you guys haven't seen the tree flat car, definitely go to your local dealer and have them show you one, or even look online. We've shown it on different, I think we showed it on Facebook at one point. This car is so cool. Just something a little bit different, and it's not something that's going to leave the line anytime soon. All right.
Rounding out the Christmas accessories, we have the Deere Dash transfer station. Again, really new to us tooling with some great graphics and some animation with the operating dock workers. We also have the really simple up on the rooftop Christmas house. It's going to have your LED string lighting around the roof and Santa stuck going down the chimney there. Again, plug, expand, play accessory, has the beautiful lighting in the really deep, rich Christmas colors. We're also adding into the line the Christmas Coalworks lighted coaling station. This coaling station we've had for quite a few years, but we have not done it in a Christmas deco scheme. So really excited to bring that to your layout with the snow-covered roof and the lighting in the building. Keeping on with additional accessories, we have the industrial water tower with graffiti decals. What's really cool about this accessory is that it's going to come undecorated for you, and it's going to come with a decal sheet, so you can really personalize it yourself. You know, it's got the class of whatever sticker on there. You can memorialize your graduate year. You can, graffiti the tower yourself. Really, really cool. Now, if you get caught with the industrial water tower graffitiing yourself, you may need the bail bonds builders. This building is so cool. We've all driven past the real loud, bright building there. Just a quick note, though, we did cut out some of the pages on the catalog here just to go over the new items. But again, this is just a really cool new accessory to us. Very fun in here with the LED illumination and plug, expand, play.
Very cool. I love the fact that you can do your own on that water tower.
Yeah, I think this will be the first of some accessories down the road here that will allow customers to personalize themselves to add their own unique touches to it.
Oh yeah, I think it's awesome.
In another deco scheme on the operating transfer, station, we've got the best little storehouse, again, with the animation and new graphics, as well as the corner store, donuts, and coffee shop. Again, really amazing decal work on this, with the holy cow, utter goodness donut shop there. Again, I'm going to have the interior illumination. We're going to have a lot of fun with these buildings upcoming in the next catalogs. Lends itself well to a lot of really cool deco, has the lighted sign on top. So expect to see many more really cool and fun buildings with this tooling. Going back with the Great Locomotive Chase, we have the Western Mercantile and Sheriff's Headquarters building. Just classic Western buildings with limited deco work on here. But again, will really look cool on any type of Western themed layout.
Absolutely. I love those.
Yeah. Also have the Private Investigation building. Again, really cool deco on this. Brings back the private eyes of back in the day. Really fun building there with the interior illumination. And this building is very large. It's a very large building that you can add to your layout. The picture here doesn't do justice how big it is. We also have the coaling station. Again, this is an item that we had done. It was an active item, and it was just time for a refresh. New deco work on here. Again, lighted, plug, span, play. Really easy addition to your layout. We've also got some new assorted accessories, low cost, easy additions. We've got a railroad signs 5-pack. We've also got some unique railroad signs. So the Bigfoot crossing, the why did the chicken cross the road crossing. Got the low flying objects to go back with your Area 51 stuff.
We need the cell phone one for sure.
Yeah, the cell phone one. We had the millennial figure pack back a few catalogs ago, and this kind of reminds me of that. Watch out for people looking on their phones. We're also bringing back some of the loads here. We've got the boats 4-pack, the airplanes, and helicopters, all in new deco schemes, all in new colors that we haven't done before, and all at a new lower affordable price, which I think you guys are going to be really happy about.
Very cool. I think that actually is all of the new stuff that we have kind of went through in the traditional line. Again, as she just mentioned a few minutes ago, as well as something we mentioned, there are so many other items, some of our great classic active items, we call them, that are included in the digital version of this catalog. So don't forget, you can see the first part of the catalog with scale items. They should be delivering, or your local hobby shop or dealer should have these very soon. But also you can go to Lionel.com to see the full catalog in its entirety, and start picking out your items today, because to make sure that these happen, you need to go ahead and put those orders in your wish list together and get it to your favorite or your local hobby shop or a local dealer. As always, I'll let Megan speak as well. I just even got it messed up, Meegan. I'll let Megan speak, but it's always a pleasure to do these shows. We love what we do. We love promoting our products, and we love, being able to come on here and show you what we're offering this year. And I'm really excited for what 2022 has coming. And I'll let Megan say a few words as well.
Yeah, if you have any questions on anything that you've seen in the catalog, feel free to send us an email at talktous@lionel.com, or ask your dealers, who will be able to answer any questions on any of the items in there. We always appreciate all of your great feedback and all of the ideas and suggestions and comments that you guys send over to us. Again, Meegan and I have a great time coming up with all of these items for you, and we do appreciate you guys all tuning in and spending time with us as we get to go over all of them with you.
All right. So again, here's to a fantastic 2022. Get your orders. Let your people know what you want. Make your wish list, because we want to get these out there for you as soon as we can. So again, I hope you guys have a great rest of your Tuesday and a very blessed rest of your week. And we'll see you soon. Bye.
Thank you, everyone.